to the cloud. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Cilionaire, and I welcome you to the platform. And especially around this time of the year, which is the Christmas holiday, and people are still showing up, I'm going to say to you, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me in the words of Jay-Z. And I truly appreciate this, guys. And you know what? I really wanted you guys to get this information. So we are going to get started. I am going to start my presentation so you guys can, get back to your holiday stuff. But with good knowledge, you're going to have so much more knowledge after that. All right, hold on, guys. I'm sharing my screen. Let's get into the presentation. Let's get into presentation mode. And Michelle, if you can hear me, if we can just start, if we could take attendance at the beginning and the middle and the end so we can make sure that everyone gets their certificate. But guys, here we are to another session of Digital Currency 101. But we got some housekeeping to do, right? So I already said, welcome to the Cilionaire's Café. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for coming. All that great stuff. I love seeing your smiles. And even though I can't see you visibly, I know you're smiling behind that camera off button. All right, so I have to do some housekeeping, right? So I have to read this. This is not financial advice. This is for informational and educational purposes only. This content may contain my personal views and some alleged information. And if I don't have, some of the quotes, if I didn't give credit, it may be alleged. All right. So just wanted to let you guys know that. But, although it's alleged, trust me, there is some truth to it. Right. It's just that I haven't backed it up with some facts. Right. But I know there's some facts out there. Okay. So we respect lineage on this platform. And if you have not been part of the crypto space, lineage means that anytime someone refers you to a platform, if you are looking to get into some investment opportunities outside of this platform, because on this platform, we're doing no selling, no soliciting, no cross recruiting, because this is a educational platform only. But if you decide someone had approached you and they decide to approach you with a crypto opportunity that, now that you are getting the education, make sure you go back to the person who invited you to the platform, because they can guide you through it. And not only that, most of the platforms in the crypto space is lineage ones, meaning that, someone who refers you, they sign you up. It's a referral base, right? But if you had no one and you have gotten this information from probably my social media or my Eventbrite or something like that, just contact me and I can guide you through that process. So here you have it, my signature saying Jill Cilionaire, because I back this what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So we are in our third week. If you look over to the left, it has completed on there. We went through all those topics. Last week, we went through tokens and coins and NFTs, and now we're on to crypto wallets. So crypto wallets is going to start tying some things together, guys, and you're going to see, because this is the connector between what happened before and what is going forward, okay? So, all right. So I want to just give you a little summary to just kind of refresh your memory on what we went through, so I can catch you up to speed. So the first week summary, we talked about the evolution of money, how we get from the barter system to coins, cash, dollar bills, to digital, to crypto right now. And one of the reasons that we are at this space now is because of the Nixon shock that caused the domino effect. Remember, that was the time when there was this rule called the Bretton Woods, where the money in the bank was backed by how much you had in gold in the bank. And then he stopped that rule, and then the banks were able to print their own money, right? And keep printing as much money as they wanted to. And then that caused a lot of crashes and events. Banks were printing money at their leisure. Big companies, big corporations started doing poor management, and that's crypto and banks. So it's both. And what happened, some of those crashes that happened out of that was the subprime mortgage market crash that happened like 2007, 2008. And then it was Occupy Wall Street, because the people were getting frustrated that the banks were printing a lot of money and bailing out companies and putting the debt on, you know, the average day person, who are like working people and middle class people. And then Robinhood, well, I'm going to put it in real layman's terms and say Robinhood basically robbed the people to give to the rich. And basically that was another event that happened. And then we have the AMC apes, because what Robinhood was doing on the stock market, the AMC apes were like Occupy Wall Street, like out there doing things to say, hey, listen, enough is enough. The banks and everyone are, you know, I mean, and the hedge funds and the rich people are getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. And so out of all of that, the creation of Bitcoin happened. And then we talked about CeFi and DeFi, meaning your central banking system. And I'll go over the CeFi and DeFi a little bit later. And then, you know, the birth of Ethereum happened because they had to one up Bitcoin and make it a platform that, you know, we could do crypto on. And so out of all of that became the birth of cryptocurrency, right? All right, so then the second week, and then we say, okay, what is cryptocurrency? And we talked about coins and tokens and NFTs and how they're all digital assets. We talked about how coins are digital assets that run on their own network and they're volatile. Remember that? We talked about how coins have like Bitcoin have its own network, right? And then we talked about tokens. Tokens are similar to coins, but they don't have their own network. And I don't know if you remember, I did that example of like the difference between a coin and tokens is like Verizon owns the networks, all of the data, the towers, you know, the equipment for you to have your cell phone frequencies run on. And then Sprint and other phone companies like T-Mobile and them, they borrow it from it. So basically Verizon is like the coin because they own their own network, and tokens are like Sprint where they have to rent it or borrow it. So that's basically was that. And then we had stable coins, which we know that stable coins are not as volatile. Remember, there are many coins and tokens that are volatile, meaning they go up and down. They have, you know, they're not stable. They go up and down like anywhere from 20 to 80% drops and rises, highs and lows, right? But stable coins stay in the area. They only drop maybe 2 cents or they increase 2 cents. So they stay closest to the dollar, the $1 as any coins out there. So, and they're also backed by US dollars or your local fiat currency, right? And then we talked about NFTs, how NFTs started off as like artwork, and they are non-fungible tokens. Coins and tokens are fungible, meaning they can be broken up into little fractional pieces, and NFTs are not. They stay whole, and basically NFTs are like artwork, documents, mortgage deeds, you know, contracts, those things. And all of that brings us up to wallets, right? So before I get into the wallets, I want to go over some important terms that you'll see throughout here. And you could take a screenshot of this if this is valuable information to you. But DeFi, remember, DeFi is decentralized. That means it's not under government jurisdiction, meaning that they don't have jurisdiction over that particular type of wallet or whatever is decentralized, right? But CeFi is just centralized banking, meaning that they're under government jurisdiction, right? They are under government jurisdiction, meaning like they are tied to your local bank or your ID. It's tied to that. And basically it's under government jurisdiction and rules and regulations. Now, when it's DeFi, it's not under government jurisdiction, meaning under their rules and policies. KYC, if you haven't been in the crypto space, there's a great chance that you did not know what these acronyms mean. But KYC is know your customer, meaning that in the crypto space, that platform have to know their customer. And what that means is that they require you to provide your identity, meaning that you have to answer questions sometimes. You have to provide your identity. You probably have to take a picture of yourself and prove that it's you. And, you know, there are different ways, different platforms actually, you know, verify your identity, right? And with that, so any wallet that asks you to do a KYC, that means they are connected to CeFi. That means they are connected to it's part of government jurisdiction, that they are part of that, right? And then we have AML. AML is usually associated with KYC because the reason why they ask you to KYC yourself is because of the AML, meaning the anti-money laundering, because those rules are attached to CeFi, any banking system, any government jurisdiction and policies and laws. So that is placed on any wallet that KYC you, because they have laws, rules, policies that are put in place to prevent criminals from turning unlawfully obtain cryptocurrency in cash. So that is the purpose of KYC. So if you see any of these two things, when you are opening up a wallet, that means that it is part of the government jurisdiction, right? So the only one that's not part of government jurisdiction is DeFi. So now that we know that, let's get a little bit more deep into it. You know how they have that saying, oh, we're going down the rabbit hole? Well, we're going down the rabbit hole, guys. All right, so now that you understand what coins and tokens are, remember, coins and tokens are money in the crypto space that is used to purchase goods and services. So now that we understand what these coins are, we need somewhere to put them, right? So where do you put them? You put them in a wallet. And a wallet is a crypto wallet, right? So crypto wallets, remember, is basically like your online banking app, right? It's like your online banking app. That's one part, that's one kind of wallet. But I'll get into how the other wallets work, okay? All right, so you're probably saying by now, Jill, what is a crypto wallet? Well, it's a place where you store your tokens and coins. That's what it is. And if you see this picture, the reason why I put this picture here is to show you that it's usually, most people have their wallets on their phone. It's like an online banking app. And, you know, just the same way you get your funds, you can see your banking, like your regular checking and savings on your phone. Well, it's the same way with your crypto wallet. It's an app on your phone. You go in there and you'll see how many coins you have, what kind of coins you have, how much you have. And most of them break it down into US dollars or whatever your local fiat currency is. Fiat currency is the same thing as money. It's just, you know, a different name for it. Okay. All right. So that is a picture to show you that. All right. So these are different types of crypto wallets, right? So we have hot, warm, and cold. And if you see up here on the top under where it says different types of crypto wallets, you see where I have warm wallets are in between, right? So warm wallets, and you'll see later on how that works out. But we have what they call hot wallets and cold wallets. Hot wallets and cold wallets depend on your preference. It's a real preference for you. Two things you have to know about wallets, right? Wallets, whichever one you pick, have to do with what your preference is going to be in your planning and your finance. And secondly, how much security you're looking for. Hot wallets, think of the word hot. Hot. Risky, right? Fiery, steamy. That means that that wallet is the less safer one, right? Cold is kind of it's frozen in time. It stays there, right? So cold means that. And then warm means in between. That means it has some elements of hot and it has some elements of cold, right? So we're going to get into all of that. But here we have it, the different types of wallets. There are three different kinds, but this example shows you two. But just remember, the warm one is in between, right? So we have hot wallets. Hot wallets are usually some that are on your desktop. They're on the web and they're on mobile, right? So you see why they can be hot, right? Because they're mostly accessible and probably more hackable than cold wallets, right? So warm wallets, I'll show you a little bit later, but they kind of fall in between, right? So then we have cold wallets, right? Cold wallets is a paper wallet and hardware wallets. And I'll show you what those look like. Paper wallets is hardware wallets. I'll show you a little bit later on, but paper wallets is what you get when you go to the ATM. It's not an ATM. It's a Bitcoin machine. It looks like an ATM. You go there and you buy Bitcoin and they give you a kind of a paper certificate and you hold on to that, right? You put it in a safe place or whatever. And that sustains the value of Bitcoin. So that's what paper, and I don't get too much into paper because paper isn't used as much, but there are some people who still have them and use them. So they're not used widely, but they do exist, okay? All right, so let's get into the rabbit hole. All right, so I just wanted to show you this example to give you a little bit more breakdown of what the last one was. But cold wallets are considered, you may hear these terms, it's not really thrown around that much, but you may hear these terms associated with those. So that's why I want to bring it on so you can see. But cold wallets are considered custodial wallets, and hot and warm wallets are considered non-custodial wallets. Warm could be custodial or non-custodial, depending on the wallet, and I'll show you why. But I just want to give you that additional information just in case you hear it, but not a lot of people talk about custodial and non-custodial. But if you hear the term, you know exactly what it means. And if you wanted to take a screenshot, guys, take screenshots of whatever's in this presentation that is going to help you remember what's going on, okay? So, and if you need me to go back to it so you can see it at the end when we get into the Q&A, just say, Jill, I need you to go back to that slide so I can screenshot it. It went a little bit fast. And I would absolutely love to do that for you, all right? So again, cold wallets are AKA, also known as custodial wallets. Hot and warm wallets, AKA considered non-custodial wallets, right? Okay, so let's get into the rabbit hole a little bit more, right? We're digging. So crypto wallets, you basically choose a wallet based on a security preference and what your purpose is. That's how you choose them. You choose them for security and your purpose, and we'll get a little bit more into that. All right, so I want to go over hot wallets a little bit so we can understand this a little bit more. And you'll see that I color coded it, because the reason why I color coded it, because I want to make sure that I'm driving your attention to what the word means, and it'll stick into your memory, right? So hot wallets. Hot wallets are for users who want their crypto by their side and ready to spend. And the reason why I'm going over this, because I'm explaining to you so you can decide what your preference or your purpose is going to be. So again, hot wallets are for users who want their crypto by their side, ready to spend. I look at hot wallets like a checking account. Checking accounts are usually what you get because it's accessible money that you want to use to pay bills, or you want to send somebody money, that type of thing. That's the way I look at that's the way I look at hot wallets, like a checking account. Okay. So hot wallets are usually, it's usually good for to go choice for like people. Most people who have hot wallets, they want to move crypto around a lot, right? They want to move crypto back and forth. Either they're sending it to someone or they're putting it in different wallets for safekeeping. People who invest into the crypto space use hot wallets a lot. Like they, they move around the money. So hot wallets are really like for people who want to move around. But I got to say, in order for you to get into the crypto space, you have to open up a hot wallet first, usually 99% of the time, right? So let me go more into it. People who hold crypto for readily opportunities in the crypto space. So that is for people who, hot wallets are for people who say, all right, you know what? I'm going to buy some USDT coins, right? And I want to just make sure that if an opportunity comes and if it arises, I have money in my crypto wallet so I can send it, so I can invest in it. Or they have money in their hot wallet to say, oh, you know what? I can send my daughter some money through crypto because we're both in the crypto space. I'm going to send it to her. So basically that's, I mean, most people who have hot wallets, that's usually what they do with it, right? So if you have a hot wallet, it is CFI, it's government accessible, it's government jurisdiction, right? So when you have a hot wallet, just know that you have to prove your identity, and that hot wallet is government affiliated, right? So once you open up that hot wallet, you're going to be required to, if you want to buy crypto or any type of tokens or coins, you got to connect your bank account. You're going to have to, upload your ID, which is have to be a valid ID, right? And they do that because they want to make sure that you're not doing any AML, okay? AML meaning anti-money laundering, right? So they do that. And that's what they do it for, right? So anytime you have a hot wallet, remember, it is CFI. It means that even though it's a crypto wallet, it is tied to government regulations, okay? All right, so I just wanted to show you this again. These are the examples of hot wallets. They are desktop wallets, they are web wallets, and they are mobile wallets. Meaning desktop wallets, meaning the wallets that you use that they ask for KYC on your computer, on your desktop computer. Some people have it on their computer. Some people have web-based ones where every time they log in, no matter what device they log in on, they log in and it's accessible to them. It could be on their computer, it can be on their phone, it could be on their mobile device, which is their tablet or something like that, right? And then they have ones that are just on the mobile devices, right? Meaning your tablets or your smartphones, right? So there are apps and you get them on your mobile device and you look up your crypto on that. These are all hot wallets, right? These are all hot wallets, but there are some warm wallets and I'll get into that, but let's just stay focused on those are the type of hot wallets, right? All right. So warm wallets are in between hot and cold, right? So warm wallets have the security level of a hot wallet, but they are DeFi of a cold wallet, meaning they have the security level. Because remember, I said hot, hot, hot. That means it could be, it's hackable. It could be hackable, which is, better than banking apps, but the security level could be a little bit more risky, okay? But it is DeFi. It means that it have the potential of a non-regulated government app, right? Non-regulated meaning they're not under government regulations, but they have the risk of a hot wallet. So most people who use warm wallets they want to have that crypto readily accessible, but not under government affiliation, not under government rules. So they say, hey, I want to have my tokens and my coins in a wallet that, okay, they don't have to, it's not under government regulations. So I'd rather get a warm wallet. I want to use it in a way like a checking account, but I want to use it under non-government regulations. So basically like a warm wallet, I look at it as a checking account, but not government related, right? Not government, or you can look at it more like a savings account and not under government regulations, right? Because these warm wallets, you don't have to put in your ID. It's not required for you to KYC, and it's not required for you to agree to AML, right? So these are wallets where people who are pretty, when you get into crypto, when you get pretty savvy, you kind of figure out, I don't want to be government regulated, so I'm going to get a warm wallet. And that's how that works, okay? But I still have my coins accessible if I want to send someone something or if I want to invest in something. So that's the difference between hot and cold, hot and warm. Okay, so as I said before, warm wallets fall in between. So remember, they have the security level of a hot wallet, and then they have the non-government regulations of a cold wallet. Okay. All right. So, all right. Next one is cold wallets. So cold wallets are completely like off the grid. I don't know if I'm not sure if, okay, I'll explain what off the grid. Off the grid means that you are not living in the city, you're in the woods and you are just there and you're not under government regulations. You're living in your own zone, your own town, in your own life, right? So that's what cold wallets are. Cold wallets to me are more like a safe deposit box, or like like a safe box that you have in your house where you putting in your funds, and guess who knows about it? Just you know what I'm saying? Just you know what's in there. No one else knows. So this is strictly DeFi. No, people cannot access it from the web. They can't access it from your phone. It's on a little device and it's as cold as can be. It's frozen in time. So it just stays over into that cold wallet, and the only one knows what's in there is you, unless you share that information with someone. But it have nothing to do, it's not government regulated, and it's not accessible from, well, they do have apps where you can see stuff and you could transfer stuff, but it's not at the security level on this wallet is much higher than hot and warm. Okay, so most people who use these, they want to secure their crypto, so they want it in the most safest place possible. So for people like a lot of us on here who are about to make some pretty good millions off of one of the platforms, we have been getting cold wallets, and we have been putting making sure we get these wallets so we can safeguard our assets, right? So, and then, like I said before, this is non-government. This is the non-government storage. You're not required to do KYC or AML. So people who want to save their crypto, meaning their coins or their tokens, and they want it to be in a safer place than the other wallets. So basically, that is a cold wallet. All right, so this is two of the cold wallets, which is the hardware. I'll show you that a little bit. And then we have the paper one. Remember, the paper one is what you get from the Bitcoin ATM, right? You go there, you're buying Bitcoin, it gives you a paper. It's cute too. It's like a little certificate. It got a seal on it. It's really, really cute. And you just hold on to it in your wallet until you want to cash it. You can actually have an address on it where you can put in, but A lot of people are not using them today, but there are people who still use them. And I want you guys to get really, really involved in the knowledge and the terminology. So if someone says they have a paper wallet and you're like, what? Like, then you know, after this course, you're like, oh, I know what a paper wallet is. You got that from the Bitcoin ATM. Okay. All right. All right. So I spoke of this while I was talking. And I think this is a very good slide to take a picture of so you can remember exactly how to think of this, to train your mind on how to think of this. So remember, hot wallets are like checking accounts, right? So if you look over here, it says checking is easy, accessible to money. People pay their bills out of it, they transfer, they write checks, they go to the ATM, they get funds out, they make deposits. So basically that's what a hot wallet is, right? And then we have our warm wallet. Our warm wallet is like our savings. We'll still, you know, we still have it, but it's in a place where we could still have some easy access to it if we transfer it to our checking, you know? So it's like, in the savings, I put it over there for a little bit safekeeping, but if I ever need it, I can, you know, transfer it to my checking account. And that's when my crypto becomes a hot wallet, right? Or, you know, it could stay warm. It depends. You know, it gets a little bit more savvy when you get into it. I'm just want to give you guys the basics and not make things complicated, right? Then you have your cold wallet, which is like a safe deposit box or a home safe, right? Where it's not that easy to just transfer it to your checking or savings. You have to actually physically go there and get it or get it out, and you know exactly what it is. So basically, this would be a good slide to screenshot so you can remember. So if you are looking at getting into getting a wallet, you kind of know, you're like, oh, okay, you know, it kind of gives you those cues that, you know, this is basically what it is. So when you are planning to get wallets, you can see this is really according to your preference and your purpose, right? So the two P's, preference and purpose, okay? All right, so I wanted to give you guys a couple of examples on what hot wallets are. So I wanted to give you some pictures, right? And at any time when you upload these, you have to put your ID in it. So I want you to remember that it's a CFI. Hot wallets are CFI. So you can get a crypto.com. CoinZoom is one. Coinbase is another one. Robinhood, Webull, Binance, Kraken. Those are all, and there are many, many more, but these are just few, and these are pretty much what is widely used when it gets hot wallets, right? Now, you want to get into if you are not in the crypto space now, but you want to get into it, 99% of the time, you have to start at one of these. This would be your starting point. You have to sign up for it and get into it. This is the only way that you can get into the crypto space, is getting a hot wallet to get coins. Well, it's not the only way. It's more or less the majority 100% way. The only other way to get into the crypto space is if you wanted to sign up for a warm wallet or a cold wallet, someone would have to send you crypto to those wallets. But if you don't have someone sending it to you, this is the 99% way of going. You have to sign up for a hot wallet first, okay? But we'll get into that a little bit later. All right, so these are warm wallets. These are DeFi. Their ID is not required. They are non-governmental, right? So a few of you probably heard of these. If you haven't, then these are the warm wallets. Basically, it's MetaMask, Exodus, Argent, Trust Wallet. Crypto.com have a CFI wallet as well as a DeFi wallet. They do have a DeFi wallet. And then we have Zengo. These are pretty much, and there are many more, but these are pretty much the ones that people use the most. Okay. And also have to depend on your state. And I'll give that list next week. All right. All right. So then we have the cold wallets. Remember, I told you they're hardware. You order these and then you put your crypto on, right? And this is the best level of safety that there is in all of the wallets, the best level. And the most widely used are the Treasure, SafePal, Oculus, and the Ledger. These are all hardware wallets. These are wallets that you take, it's physically with you, like a cell phone. You take it with you or you store it somewhere. This level of security is very, very high. I think you have to go through at least, I think the minimum is 3 forms of identity recognition. Like they require you to have at least the minimum of 3. You have to answer, or you go, like they quiz you on 3 different things. So I think it's like a password, and then your 12 words, and then it's like you have to get like what was the other thing? The 2FA, but we'll get into all of that a little bit next week, right? But these are basically the cold wallets, right? And there are many more, but these are the ones that are widely used. Now, a warning on these cold wallets. This is only a suggestion, but you can order it from where you want. But from my experience, and I've been in this arena since 2018, from my experience, you do not order cold wallets from Amazon, eBay, or any other website. You have to, or you don't have to. I'm not going to say you have to, but it is strongly suggested that you order it right from the manufacturer. I'll tell you why. Because you get let's just say I ordered a SafePal, right? It's what they call the 12-word phrase. It's called the SRP. That is the word phrase that you need in order to access your SafePal, right? So let's just say I ordered it, and then I got the words off of it, and then I put my SafePal up for sale on Amazon. Let's say someone named Arjun, a guy, he buys it from me. He go and loads on $1 million in Bitcoin. I can access it still because I have the SRP, which is the 12 words. And if I can access it, I'll go in there and move that $1 million in Bitcoin to one of my wallets. I just stole his $1 million. And that's what has been happening. So a severe warning, if you decide to get a cold wallet, order it from the manufacturer, not from eBay, Amazon, or any other discount site. The reason why they're offering you a discount, because they're hoping that you put some crypto on there that they can get. Okay. So I hope that warning really, really sticks with you. All right. So you may say, after all of this, Jill, how do I get started? How do I start? Okay. So I think I said this before. If you are new to the space and you want to get into this space, the first thing you have to do, if you don't have someone sending you crypto, you have to sign up with a hot wallet. That is the starting point. You have to get a hot wallet. And then once you get into that hot wallet, and I'll have a class on this later on, how to actually physically do this. Then you swap or purchase with your fiat money, which comes from your bank. Because remember, once you get the hot wallet, you are going to sign up. You're going to put in your identity. You're going to connect your bank account. And then your bank account, let's just say you want to purchase some Bitcoin. Well, on there, they'll say, how much Bitcoin do you want? And then you say, oh, I want $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And then it says, okay, how are you gonna pay for this Bitcoin, or how are you gonna swap for this Bitcoin? And then you say, well, I'm gonna use my Chase bank account, right? Then you say, okay, all right. So now they're going to deduct the $1,000 from your Chase banking account and give you $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? So once you have that, then you have to decide, what are you going to do with this Bitcoin? Oh, am I going to invest it? Am I going to hold it? Or I'm going to save it in a cold wallet? And those are the things, and this is where we get to preference and purpose, okay? All right, so let's move on. So remember the hot wallets I'm talking about. This is what you have to start with. One of these, or if you do your due diligence and you like something else, then you will sign up with another hot wallet. But these are pretty much the main ones, right? Oh, one thing. If you sign up with Webull, you cannot transfer your crypto to other places. Everyone else, you can transfer your crypto to other places. Webull, you cannot, okay? All right, so I just made a little graph to kind of show you what it looks like in short terms on how that looks like. So I just wanted to give you an example, and I'll go through the example. So remember we talked about purpose and preference. So let's just say you signed up and you said, okay, I want to get a crypto.com. Crypto.com have hot wallets, right? So you say, okay, crypto.com is my choice. I'm going to put in my ID and I'm going to connect my bank account with it. And I'm going to buy $1,000 of Bitcoin. Once you get that Bitcoin in your crypto.com wallet, you can say, you know what? I could just, I'm going to send it to a warm wallet because I want to be able to have it available to me if I need to. And if I need to cash it out, to send it back and send it back into my bank. And I want to keep it in a warm wallet because I want to make sure that I'm under the DeFi umbrella where it's non-governmental regulated. So you would open up a MetaMask account, which is a warm wallet, right? And then you would keep it there if you decide to. But if you say, hey, I'm just going to keep it in my hot wallet, it's CFI. If I decide to invest it into something or send it to someone, or maybe I'll just send it back to my bank and I'll put the money back in there. It's really a choice of yours. You could actually keep it there if you like. But let's say that you have a purpose of doing it right now. You open up that hot wallet, you sent your $1,000 because you are investing it somewhere and you found out and you're going to get the address and you're going to send it to them. Or you wanted to pay someone and say, oh, I'll pay you in crypto, I'll send it to you. You can actually do that. And that process works like Zelle. It works like PayPal. It works like Cash App, where you're basically sending it to another person. Or you could say, hey, I bought this Bitcoin and I want to keep it absolutely safe. I'm going to order me a cold wallet and I'm going to put it on there. And you can very well do that. Now, mind you, this is like the basic way of doing it. But in all reality, you can jump around to any wallet you want. You can send your stuff around to any wallet you want, as long as you opened up a warm or a cold wallet, whichever way you want. You could very well send your tokens or coins from your MetaMask to your cold wallet if you wanted to. You could very well pay somebody right from your warm wallet to a person, or send an investment if you want. But this is just like the basic view of how you have to, when you want to get into crypto, you have to know what your purpose and your preference is, okay? But you can very well move around to different wallets, but I just wanted to give you just an example on, once you get in, just as a person who's just getting in, you decide what you want to do. You can very well leave it on this platform in this wallet, or you can move it to a warm wallet, That's if your preference is to be DeFi and you just want to hold it. Or you could be signing up to send someone some funds to invest into their startup company. Or you could be very well paying somebody and for their goods or services in crypto. You can do that. Or you can buy a cold wallet and put it on there. So, okay. All right. So basically, that is the summary of all of this, right? So the summary is wallets are needed to store coins and tokens. You have to start with a hot wallet 99% of the time. You have to start with a hot wallet, right? There are 3 categories of wallets. There's hot, warm, and cold. You have hot, warm, and cold is a preference actually to what you want to do. I don't know why my computer does this every single time. Sorry, guys. But it depends. I mean, and then that preference is on security plans. Remember, hot, hot, hot means risky, 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 right? But you're doing risky things. You're moving things around, right? But that's the same way with your Zelle and everything else in your checking account. You're moving things around. You're paying things. That's how it works. Warm means that you have the risk of a hot wallet, but you have the security of DeFi, non-governmental regulations and rules. Cold wallet is severely cold, right? Severely cold, just stays there. It's frozen in time. That's how it happens, right? So basically, hot wallet is like a checking account. Warm wallet is like a savings account. And cold wallets is like a safe deposit or home safe, right? So hot wallets are CeFi, warm wallets are DeFi, and cold wallets are DeFi. So DeFi meaning non-government regulated, CeFi means government regulated, okay? So basically, that is it. So I got a game, guys, and I just wanted to have like a little game. So, you know, like we always do. So I want you guys to, I'm going to read over the questions. And if you have a piece of paper or something, just to test your knowledge, if you have a piece of paper, you just put down T or F to answer the question, and I'll go over it, and then we will go over the answer key, right? And I'll show you what the answers are. But I just want to give you kind of time while I'm reading it to mold it over in your mind and just basically see if you can answer these and see what you got, right? So hot wallets are the safest. Is that true or false?
False.
Hot wallets are the safest.
False.
True or false?
False.
False.
False. Yes. Amazing. Yes. All right. Cold wallets have the highest level of security. True or false?
True.
True. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Number 3. Hot wallets are CeFi.
True.
True. True. Yes. All right. So number 4, in order to enter the crypto space, 99% of the time you have to start with a hot wallet. True or false? True. Yes. All right. And then on the bottom, warm wallets. I'm going to move my thing. Warm wallets are DeFi with the security of a hot wallet.
True.
Exactly. So let's go. And if you guys did false, true, and the true for the last 5, you have totally passed the test. And that's amazing. All right. So we're going to get into Q&A right now. If anyone have any questions, and I am going to take, I know that Michelle, and I'm going to look in the chat as well. I know that Michelle has probably taken attendance. I'm going to check the chat to see how many questions we have in there. Okay, and I'm taking attendance now because this is for the people who have came, and they will get a certificate for the class. And the person who is, let me know in the chat, the person is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know your name because I know you have come to most of the classes, and I want to make sure I put the exact correct name on your certificate. Okay. All right. I'm just taking attendance.
Will you need the participant last name?
Excuse me?
Do you need the participant last name?
Yes, I will need
Okay.
the last name too, so I can put it
Okay.
on there. But I can very well ask other people. It's just that the 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't have a name at all. So, all right. So, let me just, okay. So we're gonna get into Q&A. Let's see if people have questions. I'll go through the chat. Well, if Michelle, you here? Can you go through the chat to see if there's any questions? But you guys did amazing on the exam. Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you guys. All right. So, question.
You did excellent
Yes.
too, Jill.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
Jill,
yes.
we have some questions in the chat. Was this recorded? I logged
Yes.
in late, missed.
Yes,
half of the
this is recorded. I haven't put them up yet, but I will be doing it soon. It's just that, holiday time. It got a little lag, but I will be putting up it, one by one, not one, each individual class, so you can have time to go over it and look at it again and again if you need to. I would recommend that you go over this a couple of times, because that's what happens when you are in a new space. You don't really realize how much you missed in the first time, and then you start to look at it again and you learn something new each time. I am I don't know if you guys ever watch My Wife and Kids, but I watch it all the time, and every time I watch it, I find out something new.
It's like practice make perfect.
Yeah, so I always look at it and I wind up seeing something new every time. All right, so yes, but it is recorded. All right, so next question. Hope this made a lot of sense, because I think it's starting to make a little bit more sense now that we're going through it, because you start to get a little bit more information each time. So, all right.
So we have another question. It says, I am still not clear about security of hot but warm is DeFi.
Okay. So let's go back to that slide. All right. Okay. So hot wallets, the security level, because hot wallets are held on desktops, webs, and mobile devices, meaning that they are at higher risk for being hackable, right? Or someone getting into your crypto account. It's not to say that they are, that people hack them. It's just that the security level of that wallet is a lot more riskier than the warm and cold wallets. And that's because it's tied to your CFI bank, like your banking system, which they are hackable a lot of times. So it's connected to that, and it's a lot more, it could be hacked or accessible, or people can get into it a lot more, because it runs on a frequency with a networking where information is traveling, right? So that's hot. Warm is because it's not connected to the DeFi, meaning it's decentralized, it's not government affiliated. So it's on a different type of network. It's on a network where it's not traveling, where it doesn't have that interruption. It's traveling on the whole blockchain. And then cold wallets don't do it. They are less connected to the internet. So that it's really, the high risk is on how connected it is to the internet, and your security risk is different depending on what network they're running on, if that makes any sense. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, this is Kelly. So when you say that it has the security of hot, but it's DeFi.
Oh, that's the warm. So it have the
Right.
security of hot, meaning that it's run on the mobile devices and on the internet, and basically people can hack you, but it's not a wallet where the government interacts with it, if that makes any sense. Because DeFi, meaning that the government doesn't know
Can't-
how much money
right,
is in the wallet, what coins you
Right.
have in that wallet, and basically they don't know what kind of assets you have in that wallet. But it still ran on the network. It still ran partially on a network of the hot wallets.
Hmm.
If it's not making any sense, Kelly, just make sure, and I'll rephrase it. Please don't leave without understanding this.
I think what it is that because it's saying the security of hot, and when you use the word security for me, that's because security under hot is because it's regulated. But I don't think you mean it like that.
No.
Right.
We talk when I say the security level, we're talking strictly about the network it's running on.
Okay. All right. So I got it. That's if it's just the network, then I got it.
Yeah. Maybe I was using because it can get confusing when you use terms interchangeably, and that's probably what I was doing. But let me just make it clear for other people who aren't understanding. When I talk about security, I'm talking about the network it's running on. That's the security level. When I talk about DeFi, I'm talking about not being accessible to the government, them knowing what your assets are in that wallet, if that makes sense. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
So Sherry, you can unmute.
Good evening. Hello. Long time.
Oh, yes.
I noticed that during the slide you were saying that crypto.com has is a DeFi. They offer DeFi and the other one C I don't know the one that is accessible to the government.
Right.
Which one? Huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't even remember because I set it up so long ago. Which one did we use for cash flow? That's in the back office.
For cash flow. Okay, so we did two different ones, right? Because cash flow required you to have this one, MetaMask, right? They required you to have MetaMask, and that's a warm, right. So this warm wallet, the government isn't able to access it or even look into that wallet to see what kind of assets you have. So that's MetaMask, right? And then we also use, because when you are approaching that time where they are going to pay out to you, we set up a cold wallet, which is just SafePal, so you can move those assets to your cold wallet. So it's not, the government can't see what's in there, and it's non-hackable.
So this might be on another call or later. Did we ever put the cold wallet on the back office for that, or we were still trying to find that out?
You know what? We'll check it out, because I'm not recalling. I'm gonna pretty much I'm gonna say 50-50. I may have and I may not have, depending on what we were doing that day. But we could talk on another time, Sherry, and we can check that out. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Flangela.
Yolanda. Hey,
Hello?
so my question is that I know in order to get into the crypto space, we have to have a hot wallet. But for beginning purposes, if all we have is a warm wallet for receiving purposes, once we received and want to cash out, do we have to then transfer to a hot wallet, or you can connect your banking information to the warm wallet?
Warm wallets are DeFi. No banks are directly connected to warm wallets. You have to have a hot wallet to put money in, and you have to have a hot wallet to get the money out, because that is the connection. The hot wallets are the connection between the banks and the crypto space. So in order for you, if you have a warm wallet because someone has gifted you or sent you crypto through a warm wallet, now in order for you to cash it out, you would have to send your crypto or your tokens or your coins to your hot wallet. And then when you get it in your hot wallet, you have to cash it out to your bank. Does that make any sense?
Perfect sense. Thank you so much.
Okay, right. So remember I discussed that you have to have a hot wallet. Hot wallet is your connection between the banking world and the crypto world, right? So you have to have that hot wallet to make transactions back and forth. You could very well have a warm wallet, but you're not going to be able to cash out. So she was asking if she had a warm wallet, right? Can she cash out from her warm wallet? No, you have to have a hot wallet to make that connection, right? So it's like, it's kind of like if you got to get to work, but there's no one bus that goes there. So in order for you to get to work, you may have to get on that bus, which is what I would consider the hot wallet. And then you make a connection. You get off and you get on the next bus to make the connection because you need to get to work. That will be your warm wallet. You would make that connection. But the connection doesn't work if you don't have that other bus, if that makes any sense. So basically what happens is that hot wallet is key between between your current banking system and your crypto world. So that is key. That's the only way money can go in and out. Okay. All right. So any other questions?
Yes, I have another question.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So we have the MetaMask, that's the warm wallet,
Right.
and then the cold wallet.
Mhm.
So if we transfer money from the warm wallet and put it onto the cold wallet, we still have to get a hot wallet to take it off the cold wallet to put it into the bank?
Yes. Right. So you can either go directly from your warm wallet to that hot wallet, or you can, if you wanted to, and you're just safeguarding it for the moment, you send it to your cold wallet. You can send it directly from your cold wallet to your hot wallet.
But from the cold wallet, you can send as much as you, or as least as you want,
Yes.
little as you want, to the hot
Right.
wallet. Because
Right.
once it gets to the hot wallet, then they know how much money you have.
Right. Right. So so that is a key point. Let me just stop the recording right now. Just give me a moment. All right. So because I mean, I want to be strictly transparent with you guys, but I'm just not able to, wait a minute. Let's see. I'm going to stop the recording. Where is my recording thing? Okay, stop recording. Okay.